Welcome to Adam the Beginning. I want this to be a full warning to all the leaders in the world. It's a great possibility of an invasion from other beings or gods, however the government may know them or address them, that this is possible. Reason being saying is that they're getting frustrated. Is it God? Is it the Anunnakis? Is it the mother goddess? I don't know, but I'm frustrating them. You know what I'm saying? They're seeing me pass through struggle, and they're not liking that. I know this because at the beginning, like when I was going through all these phases and I was seeing what I was seeing, I wasn't aware of the Anunnakis. The only thing I ever known was scripture. Since I've been born, I've heard of Jesus Christ and I've heard of God. I never heard of the tablets. I've never heard my parents talk about tablets or anyone ever talk about the tablets. But eventually, evidently, God is trying to let me know there's a little bit there could be a different story to creation that I'm not aware of. So recently, a few days ago, I started learning about the Anunnaki, that we was made a workforce to mine gold for them, for Nibiru, whatever whatever the planet that they come from, and that they had a galactic war, and a whole bunch of stuff, and there was 10 Inky and Anu or whoever was tinkering with men, whatever human was at the time, or alien or animal, whatever the fuck lived, and they tampered and they came up with Adam. He came up, I guess, with an egg or a seed and planted, and his sister, and she gave birth to the first Adam. That's the story I heard. Now, for somebody who's a believer, will be like, oh no, that's not of God. Those are demons and stuff. But I know one thing: neither scripture or the tablets talked about me. So evidently they wanted me to come in secret. Now, I also know another thing. All the times that I have passed, now I put to the conclusion, I was being connected to extraterrestrial, or to these gods that want to reveal and show themselves to me. I didn't know what it was at the time, but now that I learned and I studied up, curious on what I'm seeing and what's going on with me, made me learn open-minded to understand more of creation. Now, I definitely contacted them. I also know when I was in jail, that's why I say they could put me behind bars. They could put me under the grave, and it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So the thing, we'll lock them up in a hospital, or we'll lock them up. I'm telling you, I'll pull this shit behind a glass, behind the walls. I'm doing it. And the last time I was panicking, I started seeing a red beam, like an emergency alarm. Like, when you pull the fire alarm and it bing, exactly like that. You know what I'm saying? And I could see on the wall, they was running and jumping in their ships, taking off. When I went under the bunk, I seen how could he look? How did he? was like a predator with a helmet and a spaceship, and they landed and when they landed like in this thing, and it was like a fog, and I was telling them, kill them all. But in my mind, I'm thinking they coming to take me out of jail. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm believing, because I'm seeing this and I'm like, okay, they're coming for me. You know what I mean? But I guess they was going through war in another. They was going through a war in another planet, because they destroyed. The people had machine guns or whatever. They were shooting at it. It looked like a video game. But they killed them all. You know what I'm saying? Every last one of them that was dying, you know? So, I also seen the Queen. And I didn't understand. I seen so many things. I mean, it flipped into different channels, you know, and seen a man in a spaceship with a rabbit-looking figure, you know, right next to him, staring at me, and I could tell he was a regular human, you know, and but the rabbit was an entity that turns into things, you know, like a real Easter bunny rabbit thing, but it turned into different phases. But I know they're willing to invade behind me. If it's true of the Inky story, and we was created as a work labor force, evidently he left an imprint on me. You know? And give me a cigarette. And he's trying to reveal something. Now, what's gonna happen? Either they bring me to the spotlight, the Pope declares me as who I am, and I collect my dollar from the world, and I try to figure out with money, go explore, start mingling myself with scholars, see what's their opinion to their story, what's their belief, and try to get a little bit more narrative to what's going on. Try to build the third temple and see if the Antichrist is going to play out. Now, I also believe if it doesn't happen the way I say it's going to happen, there's a great possibility of an invasion. And when I tell you an invasion, it's going to be an elimination. It's not going to be an invasion of peace treaties and evolving to the next level. It's going to be an invasion of destruction, of elimination of the human race. That's why maybe God says you got to step in. There won't be another human left in the world. So, I'm warning the government, warning all the leaders around the world. This is the most serious issue to security and national security risk. If you keep throwing me the bullshit, you're going to all regret it. And if it's by the order of my hand, for the ones that I warn, I'm going to order their elimination.